Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to NDTV's flagship series, India Through the Eyes of Its Icons. It seldom happens that a series takes a bend like a river. Today, India Through the Eyes of Its Icon takes a bend. And that bend is that for the first time for this series, we are interviewing a politician, a master politician, a man who is not only known as a master politician but also an ace reformer, a man who has a career spanning 5 decades, longest serving chief minister of Telugu states, longest serving president of Telugu Desam Party, re-elected just yesterday, Mr. Chandrababu Naidu. Welcome to NDTV and thank you for speaking to us.
Thank you.
So 5 decades, you have seen the multiple highs, several lows. How has the journey been, according to you, your own political journey of 5 decades?
No politician in this country has faced ups and downs what I have undergone. I have seen so many developments in this great country, in personal life, social life, and political life everywhere. When I started my career, no roads, no power at that time. There is some remote areas only partly covered with electricity. And the government of India at that time, for MLAs they used to give one jeep, that to military jeep, at a concessional price. That is totally not workable. We have to get repair everything. Roads are very bad, so they used to give one jeep. Second one, phones are not available. They used to give 3 telephones for MLA, but that phones are also not working condition. Even if you give phone, nobody knows where, when it is going to function like that. And also gas. In your recommendation letter, they used to give yearly 2-3 gas connections. And also railway tokens to travel. That were the beginning. At that time, no flight connectivity, all these things. So I have seen all these things. For this great country, I contributed something to my level.
Mr. Naidu, somebody who comes from that background and your generation, for him to, in the first round itself, round 1 itself, as the chief minister, as an administrator, let me put it like that, because you have been a minister also in state cabinet in various capacities, to imagine that we should transform a place like Hyderabad, talk of Cyberabad, talk of IT city, talk of completely different style of functioning of government, is not only transformative, it's actually a leap of faith in a country like that, where you are saying that you started when there were no roads. How did it come to your mind? What propelled you to think like that and not like an ordinary politician?
No, always I used to think ahead of times. That is a passion for me. And also I believe things will happen. So in the initial stage, very hard work to get it done, so many things. Next phase, I have gone differently when I became chief minister. Economic reform started. 1991, I became chief minister in 1995. Then I initiated second generation reforms. Power sector reforms, everything I initiated. Then I won comfortable majority. That majority supported Vajpayee government. I was very crucial key player in that. Vajpayee ji used to listen all positive things. I used to going on lobbying with him for the nation building. That is how step by step I built everything. If you see deregulation of telecommunication sector, even nobody visualized BSNL, VSNL. BSNL domestic calls, VSNL international calls. Two public limited companies. Then I used to visualize China. They used to add cell phones at that time. Every month like that, 1 million, 10 millions like that. Then I was jealous about it. After all, they are all doing, why can't we do it? Then I went to Vajpayee ji and then I asked him. Before also I tried, but I couldn't succeed. Then he said, where is money? Second one, he said, if you see, both are public limited companies, there are shareholders. How to handle? Every country, transformation has taken place, revolutions or technology, everything. Now, no need to bother about money, we will pay dividend for the customer. Then they will be happy, then we can transform the nation. By force, I gave him one report. Then at the time he constituted a committee. Finance Minister Chairman, I was co-chairman. Then that report he implemented. Today you are seeing. That was the need for me at that time. Without bandwidth, I cannot promote IT. My people used to work from Hyderabad to America, the night and day zone difference, everything. Even few pockets at that time. Either Hyderabad, when I started, it has picked up. Only Gurgaon, Pune, Bangalore and Chennai. These are all the places they used to work on IT. So like that, so many things. Even open sky policy was my idea. Greenfield airport. I need one of the best airport.
But you said that thinking ahead of time is your passion. But something must be driving you, Mr. Naidu.
No, what I'm saying, only few people will get this opportunity. Through public policy, we can transform. That is my passion. Everything, politics is very important. Even 96, 97 at that time, I had 35 MPs from my state. Both BJP and Telugu Desam 99, 35 Lok Sabha and also 10, 12 Rajya Sabha. That is very crucial number.
So you're essentially talking about your role as a kingmaker. I mean, one may say that you're the original kingmaker of Indian politics. I mean, from the 1990s to now.
I'm not saying kingmaker. I'm only small way I am playing for this great nation some contribution.
But since you have held that crown of being the kingmaker for so many years across generations, how has it been? I mean, what have you seen change in the 1990s when you supported the United Front government to 2024?
No, nowadays, great opportunity. I really appreciate Narendra Modi ji. He made India proud. From 10th place, we are able to reach 4th largest economy. It is a great achievement. And also India is well positioned as of now. That is where I used to say always, right man, right time for the nation. We are fortunate. Now, he has given Vision 2047, Vikasit Bharat, with stable government and progressive policies. We will achieve it. I am totally confident about it. This is where India is having strength. One is late. We have started economic reforms in 1991. Second, first more advantage of technology, India. Third one, windfall gain of demographic dividend. Youngest country in the world. All these three are deadly combination for India and also right leadership. Now, if you drive properly, nobody can stop us.
But interestingly, in Amravati, Prime Minister Modi said that when he was the Chief Minister of Gujarat, he used to look towards you when you were the Andhra Chief Minister for learning new technology initiatives.
What I'm saying, I have seen so many chief prime ministers and chief ministers. But Narendra Modi ji is different. That is where I am saying he became chief minister after me. But as prime minister, he has transformed the nation. No other politician understood technology and also reforms properly, I can say. Everybody is thinking reform means it is for rich. Without creating wealth, how we are going to eradicate poverty? Number two, technology means everybody is having a mindset, I won't understand. You cannot understand, but technology will transform. It will move forward. Even kids are adopting technology. They are operating technology. Even politicians are not doing. How can we transform the nation? That is the strength of Prime Minister.
Mr. Naidu, at one point of time, Nasir Rao told you that Naidu, you are too fast. And today, your dreams or the technology, as you say, are driving even the government of India. How do you see that journey of technology adoption in governance and technology adoption by the country as a whole?
Even P.V. Narasimha Rao, I had a great faith on him. He was instrumental, he was mainly responsible for economic reforms. At the same time, all Indian politicians never spoke about economic reforms. I told them we have to convince masses, we have to convince people the benefits of reforms. They said, no, with compulsion we have done. Now, if you talk, you will be branded as capitalist or pro-rich. That was the stigma people are having at that time, the old generation. Now everybody is talking, we are moving forward. Here, technology, when I started, nobody understood technology, IT. Then I used to talk, going on, motivating and competing all over the world, everything I have done. Today, technology is matured. We are in inspiring time. Anything you want to do, 95% accuracy can take a decision. That is AI. All data, real time you can collect. Real time solution you can find out. Because of historical data, global knowledge, real time data, what more you want? Then that is where I am promoting today. Don't work hard, work smart. And India will become now in a knowledge economy, global hub for service sector.
You also introduced that concept of competition among states.
Yes.
What was that story that played out between you and Bill Gates?
No, what I am saying, first of all, Bill Gates, he visited Delhi. At that time, internet revolution. Because of him, world has become a global village. Then I want to meet him. Then he said, through his ambassador at that time, I am busy, I don't have any work with politicians. Just like you told me very clearly, we are not interviewing politicians. Then
what I mean to say before this.
Before this. I told him, I am having some work with you, I want to share some ideas. Then he offered me, come and join in cocktail party. At that time, there was a stigma. If you go there, you are also in that party. So I said no. Then with great difficulty, he accommodated 10 minutes. I prepared 1 week PowerPoint presentation. Then I presented the strength of India, IT, how we are very strong, how we are inevitable, everything I explained to him. Then finally, by seeing that, I operated everything, laptop at that time, now iPad. Then he said, I am very much impressed, extremely well. Never have seen this type of presentation. What can I do for you? Don't do anything for me. If you believe India, and also don't forget about Indians. Second one, if at all you are coming outside Seattle, come to Hyderabad with your development center. Then he said, never I thought all these things. Give me some time, I will come back. I spent 45 minutes first meeting. Then I didn't leave him. All the way I went to Seattle. Both of us had a good discussion. Then finally we addressed the press conference in Seattle. Then he used to come to Davos. Then I used to meet him. That is how I cultivated. Then he told me, I will start a development center in Hyderabad. That is the first development center after Seattle. Then one Mr. Nadella Satya,
Right.
who was working in Hyderabad, he became president of that company.
Right.
This is how things will happen dramatically sometimes. Now he became a good friend. Recently he came. We had a very good meeting. Through Gates Foundation, he wanted to work on 3 areas. One is health, one is agriculture, one is education. Now he promised me he will bring knowledge and technology globally available. I can work it out in Andhra Pradesh and produce a proof of concept so that we can replicate Andhra first and India, and we want to take some of the countries. So we are working that project now. Totally health will be online. Health personals, real sometimes wearables, how to go for preventive health, and also real-time monitoring with AI, and suggestions AI, everything. And the cost how to reduce. So many things we are working. That will be very interesting. It is a game changer on health sector.
Mr. Naidu, you mentioned one very key component of your presentation to Mr. Gates, that is demography. And all of a sudden, you have led the chorus that we should produce more children. And particularly in South India, South Indian states are, not having enough population, and therefore more children should be produced. Do you think the right time for that has come in our country?
This is where I am saying some of the if you go through history, it is a very rare opportunity for me also. Around late 90s, I promoted family planning. Everybody told me it is impossible to control population. Then I took it as a challenge. At that time, impression is population control will depend on female literacy, poverty, and also these 3 linking. So first of all, you have to address poverty, then female literacy, then it will have. Then I said, it is a vicious circle. I cannot attempt one by one. Simultaneously, I will do everything. Then I used to educate everything. Within 10 years, my population is controlled.
That is why you produce one child only? Yourself controlling population?
All of us. Now,
Only Nara Lokesh, huh?
yeah. Now problem is, now my population globally have studied China. Once China was example for us, now China is bad example for us. And also Japan, Europe, every country is facing demographic disadvantage or aging problem. If we won't realize now, we will have that problem after 2047. South India already 1.5, 1.6 fertility rate. What it means? 2.1, you must have to standardization, replacement. If it reduces, your population is going down. aging problem will increase. After some time, population will have a problem. That is where I started now. Now everybody is saying it is impossible to increase population, but we have to bring awareness. If we achieve that, that is the best for the country. I am telling you, if we produce more population management, then our Indians will go all over the world to service the people globally. They will dominate like anything.
But
It is
aren't
better.
Indians already dominating?
No, what I am saying, as on today, our people are dominating, highest per capita income. Now, tomorrow, wealthiest persons beyond Jewish Indians will become globally. That is going to happen. But 20% of population will migrate physically or virtually to service the global community. That is the biggest achievement.
But sir, invariably that is being linked to delimitation. The delimitation exercise which is impending, there are states in south of India which are against it.
That is a political decision Prime Minister will take a call. Long back Vajpayee period, because all these problems are coming. 1971 census they have taken. So because of South India, this population control, all these things happening, so we'll have disadvantages. Even Lakdawala Commission report for poverty and also financial assistance for the states, PDS, all these things, they have taken into consideration population also one of the criteria. Even Finance Commission is taking population as a criteria. So that is the problem. 1971 population they have taken.
So, Mr. Naidu, another of your recent remarks which created a lot of controversy, I must say, is again a competition between states about Hindustan Aeronautics Limited. They say, Karnataka says they're very emotional about it. Why do you want to snatch it from them?
No, I am not snatching it with anybody. This is not correct. I denied. I wanted to make Royal lay Parshi to Orvakal, technology hub. Aerospace, defense, electronics, automobile, drone, satellite. This is where I am working within Andhra Pradesh. Why should they bother? HAL in Karnataka. I am asking aerospace industries, both civil and defense. That is the future. We need more and more flights. We are importing. Only 2-3 companies are manufacturing. That is another issue. That we will handle. How to handle. We have ordered nearly 700 to 800 crafts. India will be the biggest country tomorrow by having aircrafts, everything. So there is a lot of scope for development. That is, even Government of India has announced satellites in private sector, open competition, commercial, everything we can do it. Earlier only Sriharikota, ISRO only can launch satellites. Now anybody, cost also only 15-20%. So many things are going to happen here afterwards. But Government of India will regulate, control. That is a national interest, that they will do it.
So according to you, what do you think has been the biggest reform in this country?
Now, one is reforms we introduced, but adoption has taken place slowly. Now, it is going leapfrog. PPP or viability gap funding, so many things are coming now. Second is technology reform is the biggest reform in India, even GST. Because of GST, technology. Third one, India is having an advantage, Aadhaar. No other country is having Aadhaar. then duplication, manipulation, everything will go. We are very, very correct position in all aspects. Demography is not in our hands. It has come a windfall gain, but we have to make use of all these things. Nobody can stop India.
Mr. Naidu, then let me also bring you to one more contemporary issue. There's a lot of clamor that your son, Mr. Nara Lokesh, is promoted within the party ranks, is promoted within the ranks of the structure that you head. You are now you may not like the term, but you are a veteran president of the party, 30 years. So, what are your own views about Nara Lokesh's elevation, and what are your views about?
So recently, always youth has to come. In my party, no other party has done reforms. Last election, I have given 65 MLAs, all are youth. 61 as one. In parliament, if you see, my MPs are youngest in parliament. Young parliamentary party, Telugu Desam party. My civil aviation minister is the youngest minister in the cabinet. So I want to, all are educated now. Even including Lokesh, he had a very good background. He is Stanford graduate, IT, computer science from Carnegie Mellon University. And also I asked him, you want to do business, family business? You can do it. But you want to come to politics? This is different field to serve the people. Then he preferred, after discussion, dialogue, yes, he decided. Even my daughter-in-law Brahmani, she is also from Stanford. So she is looking after business, family business. He wants to serve the people. He has to prove it. He is proving, he is working hard. Let him do it.
So you're prepared for this generational shift, a phrase which is often used.
No, what I'm saying, it is a matter of time. Transformation is a continuous process. Nobody can stop it. But by producing good leaders, that is very important. My generation, I have seen old politicians, old thinking. NTR started bringing reforms in politics. He has given tickets all youngsters, educated, and he brought so many reforms in politics also. Today, highly educated people are coming to politics. That is the difference.
And you recreated NTR in the recent Mahanadu,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So what was exactly the thought behind it? Because this was the first Mahanadu and you chose Kadapa, which is the home turf of Jagan Reddy.
No, Kadapa was a stronghold of Telugu Desam. It is all leadership. I strongly believe good leader is available, even very, very tough constituency will become positive. If leader is weak, good constituencies will become tough or you will lose. Kadapa, in the beginning, if you see, we have won out of 9, 8 from Kadapa. This election we have won combined Kadapa out of 10, 7. That is the strength of Telugu Desam.
So what was this AI concept of NTR?
No, we want to demonstrate how AI is working. Then we demonstrated. People enjoyed. That is the reality as of now. In all walks of life, without AI, you cannot move in that direction.
Mr. Naidu,
We approved it.
Mr. Naidu, you talked about the constituency, hard-working leaders, good leaders, if they're available.
Smart leaders.
Smart leaders, if they're available. Do you think that that is the difference today between the ruling dispensation led by the BJP, of which you are also a part, and the opposition? Opposition, according to you, let me not put any words in your mouth. Let me ask you, what do you see as the strength of BJP and the weakness of opposition?
No, very clearly, BJP is thinking ahead of times. Number two, BJP leadership are more capable. Narendra Modi ji is selecting leaders, youngsters, efficient, highly educated, who will deliver that type of leadership. It makes all the difference. Transformation is possible with leadership. Even we create a good public policy, somebody has to execute it with a true spirit.
What about the opposition, Mr. Naidu?
Opposition, that's why their winning the election is the criteria. I don't want to comment. Or now, originally I used to oppose even communist parties once. After economic reforms, where is the scope for communism? If you can go through globally, China and Russia. Russia was very powerful once. We used to align with Russia. At that time, Congress blamed NTR, CIA agent, American agent. Money has come from America, you are spending money like that. They used to blame. That was not true. But Russia and China has gone reforms. Russia has gone political reforms by Gorbachev. China has gone economic reforms. Then 16, 17 countries. Russia was broken. China has become superpower number 2 now. From India and China differences 4.5 times. All these things, when it happened, from 78 they started economic reforms. We started 91. They have gone one-sided economic reforms. They had
So you mean to say that the opposition needs reforms?
Definitely all of us has to learn without serving the people at most efficiently. We have to provide better living standards to our people. We have to make India a proud nation. I'm telling you. Individuals are not important. Political parties are not the important issue. Ultimately, country, nation first. That is where all of us has to work. If you won't keep in mind that nation first, then all these things are wrong.
So when the nation first is the larger, mission.
Not larger mission, everybody's mission, collective mission.
So
I can say.
In this collective mission, sir, how do you look at when there is this entire debate or linguistic churn which is happening from Tamil Nadu to Karnataka? It is of course very different in your state, but when the push comes from these states.
No, but everything again, how we are putting political agenda. You wanted to put economic agenda. You wanted to put it language, sentimental agenda. All these things, it is only historically all of us has played. Still we are playing. But ultimately people want better living standards. That is very important. If you won't do that, nothing will work.
Chief Minister, you have also put your entire prestige almost on rebuilding a new capital. Very, very rarely that has happened in this country, that a greenfield capital has been established, which is not just the administrative center of a state, but also, as you are envisaging it, economic, commercial and administrative hub. How far do you think have you gone and met with success in that?
Hyderabad I have done. There is a proof of concept.
But Hyderabad was an ancient city, Chief Minister.
It is a brownfield city. Hyderabad, Secunderabad, I added Cyberabad. Then I connected all these things, outer ring road and airport. Jinnam Valley, where is that? One part. high-tech city, another part. Even that, brick by brick, I built pharma, finance, sports. Then automatically ecosystem has built. Hospitals have come, institutions have come, so many things happened. ISB, I brought it. Urdu University, I brought it. Tribal IT, I started. Like that, one by one, we built. Then ecosystem has created. Today, Hyderabad is the best city in the country, most livable city. Why? We laid the foundation. Now, highest per capita income in the country, Telangana. How many years? 25 years, 30 years. Now, Telugu community all over the world, around 30% among Indians. Highest per capita income again. If you go anywhere in the world, posh locality, there are Indians, among Indians, 30% are Telugu. It has happened. So what I am saying, this also same thing now.
Things will happen.
Amaravati will be the best city, modern city, futuristic city. It is going to happen. There also I am not spending any money. Always my critics are criticizing, not to criticize me, to stop the project. Credit will come to me. They don't like it, to give that credit. Hyderabad, same thing. At that time, Congress leaders used to blame, you are spending all money in Cyberabad. I said, no, I am not spending any money. I am generating resources for the state. Today, Telangana, 75% income is coming from Hyderabad. What do you say? Amaravati also, I am not spending any money. Farmers have given 33,000 acres of land. I am developing, I am monetizing, I am building the city. In turn, I am making them as partners in progress. They are also partners. They got money. It is a win-win situation. Now they have given land voluntarily. Politicians didn't like. They are criticizing. They will criticize. Simple. There is a land. Land you are doing sometimes. I am having land. You are the builder. You build. You give me 35%, 40% profit or sharing to me. That is what I have done.
Mr. Naidu, which is the...
What is wrong in it? I am asking you. Then tomorrow, Amaravati will create wealth, thereby revenue for the state. Then I can give better welfare.
Maria has a question.
Which is one piece of advice that you got from anybody which has stayed with you through the life till now? Any piece of advice that you keep remembering?
No, I am taking so many advices, so many learnings I can see. If you say something now, it will be on my mind. Till execution, I won't stop. That is how bit by bit I am adding always. Either Singapore or Malaysia or America or England or China, anybody is doing better than us, then I have to follow. That is driving me. So, finally I am telling you, India, or we are all Indians. We are all in an inspiring time. Everything is possible. Don't be in illusion that we cannot do all these things. That is where I am thinking everything, another 25 years ahead, what is going to happen, start now. You are going to see tomorrow, after 5-10 years, I am telling you, this 10 years, very, very crucial. If you lose this time, then we will lose further, delay.
Mr. Naidu, Maria asked you about this earlier also, but during the Vajpayee regime, again very strong contingent of MPs with you, you were the kingmaker. This time also you are supporting a minority government of Mr. Modi, that's a fact. And you bring those numbers to the table. What have you sensed is the difference in the approach of two leaders, Mr. Vajpayee and Mr. Modi?
No, each leader always different. Wife and husband are different. Son and father is different. So leaders are different. But Vajpayee was different at that time. He was a great statesman. Modi ji is a total modern politician with the latest thinking. That is where Modi ji has made India proud. Today, if you can go anywhere in the world, he is equating better than anybody. Why? That is how he is giving balance in leadership. Very composed, balanced, down to earth, everything. With a modern outlook, down to earth. That is where he is able to succeed. That is where I told you very clearly, both leaders are different. I used to work both of them. And also earlier, and also in between, I have seen so many leaders in my career. Both are very strong leaders. They have done their best for this great nation. Modi ji is doing his best.
So besides BJP leaders, because you've worked with other leaders as well, how was the experience like?
I don't want to, I had a very good relations with everybody in this great country. So many times, so many leaders I used to work. At the time, almost all National Front, United
Yes.
Front, NDA, all these leaders. I have seen everybody. Each leader is different, but among all, Modi ji's style and also performance is unique, altogether different.
Let me end this by asking you one thing. That other than the development of your own state and India making the progress, what is it that you see, as you were talking about, in the next 10 years, next 1 decade or 25 years, that you see as a challenge, and both as a challenge and opportunity for this country, since you said we are all Indians, Mr. Naidu?
Opportunities, sky is the limit. And at the same time, how to bridge the gap between haves and have-nots is the biggest challenge. Wealth creation is not a problem now. We can create wealth, continue to create wealth. But last mile, we are able to achieve reasonably good success in eradication of poverty. That is not enough. Now we have to move in that direction. We are all politicians. Day and night we are working. Earlier, people like you always thinking politicians are traditional, all these things. Without public policy, nothing can happen anywhere in the world. Today, I am talking about even there is an assumption among others because of some politicians, all politicians are corrupt. So we have to remove that. That is where I am saying digital currency has come. Why can't you abolish 500 rupees also? Then things will be different. High currency if you abolish. So that is one discussion. Ultimately, bridge the gap between haves and have-nots. You cannot control performers, but you have to uplift bottom. That is possible. We have to think people as capital. Focus on people and empower them continuously, then it will happen. Everybody should have better living standards, not zero poverty or above poverty, all these things. Wealth is meant for everybody, not few individuals. That is my assessment.
Chief Minister, thank you very much for speaking to NDTV. From the side of the millions of viewers of NDTV, I am grateful that you could spare some time. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Very nice of you.